finally tonight, the royal scene stealer. When it comes to upstaging the royal family, even the Queen, little Prince George is king. Prince George has just shocked the world by breaking the royal silence with a statement nobody saw coming. The 11-year-old future king, usually quiet, reserved, and polite, is finally speaking out. Even a future monarch gets nervous on school days, and 4-year-old George clung tightly to Dad, Prince William, before the young royal dropped a bombshell that left everyone stunned. By breaking free from the rules that usually separate the royals from the rest of us, he sent shock waves straight through the palace. What could have triggered this unusually honest moment from the young prince? Could this be a sign of a bold new direction for the future king? Join us as we reveal the details that could change everything for the royal family, that Prince George has finally opened up about what's been bothering him the most. The public knows him as the serious, well-mannered young royal, always smiling politely, always following tradition. But behind that calm, reserved exterior, there's so much more we don't see. Recently, he broke his silence and shared something unexpected, something that has everyone talking and questioning what he truly thinks and feels. Prince George's role in the upcoming royal coronation has finally been revealed. The oldest child of Prince William and Kate Middleton will serve as one of the 8 pages of honor, walking in the grand procession and carrying the royal robes inside the historic Westminster Abbey. On Prince George's County, there's an effort now to address environmental concerns and climate change. Tonight, county leaders met with advocates to discuss solutions through legislation. Our reporter, Yamari, was there and brings us a story. Growing up as a prince might seem like a fairy tale dream, living in castles, meeting world leaders, and attending glittering events. But for George, it also comes with immense pressure from a very young age. Unlike other kids who worry about friends, school, or hobbies, he has to think about what it truly means to be a future king. Even as a teenager, he already understands that much of his life is mapped out, and every step comes with high expectations. Most people don't realize just how tough it can be to live up to a destiny so public and demanding, especially while still trying to just be a kid, especially while he's still figuring out who he is. People only ever see Prince George's calm, polite side. He's been taught to stay composed, even with cameras capturing his every move. But recently, he broke his silence and shared something personal, a rare glimpse into his thoughts and feelings that no one saw coming. This surprising honesty has made the world realize there's so much more going on with him than anyone imagined. Living as a young prince isn't just about palaces or royal titles. It comes with constant scrutiny. Every step he takes is watched by millions, and he's fully aware of the expectations weighing on him. A prince truly fit for royalty, Prince William and Kate Middleton's eldest is fulfilling his duties on Coronation Day. But this revelation proves he's more than just a figure in the background. He's a young person with real emotions, questions, and challenges about his future. As he grows, he's starting to understand his unique role more deeply, and it hasn't been easy. The way he shared his feelings showed a side of him that is mature, thoughtful, and aware of the world around him. Now everyone is left wondering what's really on his mind, and why did he finally decide to open up? Even a future king has school day nerves, so 4-year-old George held on tight to Dad, Prince William. So, what's the real story? Who is Prince George behind this shocking revelation? Let's take a closer look. Growing up in the spotlight, Prince George of Wales, born July 22, 2013, is the eldest child of Prince William and Princess Catherine of Wales. He is third in line to the British throne, following his grandfather, King Charles Roman III, and his father, Prince William. From the moment he was born at St. Mary's Hospital in London, the very same place his father was born, George captured the public's attention. His arrival symbolized the future of the monarchy, presented by a protective father and an adoring mother, while also bringing a modern perspective to royal life. Even with such a huge role waiting for him, his parents have done their best to give him a normal childhood. Coming royal coronation has been revealed. Prince William and Kate Middleton's oldest child will serve as one of the 8 pages of honor that will walk the procession and carry the robes inside London's Westminster Abbey. Unlike many royals before him, he's growing up away from the harshest spotlight. Prince William and Princess Catherine have made it a priority to protect their children's privacy, allowing George, along with Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, to enjoy a healthy, grounded upbringing. From an early age, George has attended school, just like any other child in the UK. He began at Westacre Montessori Nursery in Norfolk, then moved to Thomas School in Battersea, London, and recently started Lammock School in Berkshire, close to the family's new home at Adelaide Cottage. Lammock provides a mix of academic and extracurricular activities, helping him develop skills and interests that will serve him in the future. It also allows him to make friends outside the royal circle, giving him a broader view of life. Prince George has also made several public appearances, often joining his parents at major events. He first appeared on the Buckingham Palace balcony in 2015 during the annual Trooping the Colour event, and since then he has participated in royal tours and ceremonies, showing that even from a young age he is already learning what it means to be a future king. Prince George is already getting a taste of life on the world stage. He and Princess Charlotte have been stealing the spotlight on every royal occasion. From attending the Euro 2020 football final to appearing at the late Queen Elizabeth II's funeral, fit for a royal. Prince William and Kate Middleton's eldest child, Prince George, fulfills his royal duties on Coronation Day. These appearances are slowly preparing him for his future role, even though he's still very young and growing into his responsibilities. Like many kids his age, Prince George is developing his own interests. He loves sports, especially soccer and rugby. His father, Prince William, the president of the Football Association, has encouraged George's passion for sports, even taking him to watch professional games. Outside of sports, George enjoys outdoor adventures and animals, often exploring nature with his family. His parents make sure to nurture his curiosity, helping him appreciate the world around him. Observers have noticed his calm, thoughtful nature during public appearances. He seems to have inherited his father's reserved attitude and his mother's warm presence, blending both into a young royal with strong family pride. Even at his age, he carries himself with a sense of responsibility and seems to understand his unique place in history. As Prince George grows, he will take on more royal duties, but for now, his parents focus on giving him a well-rounded, happy childhood. They want him to grow into a leader who values the people he will one day serve. And now, the big question everyone is asking: what exactly did George say that shocked the world? So, did Prince George really make that bold statement that almost turned the world upside down? His parents have always known that one day he will carry huge responsibilities as the future king. He will need to understand history, learn about government, and be ready to lead his country. A protective father, an adoring mother. Together, they showed off their son and future king for the very even though he's still young. George has been slowly introduced to what it means to be a royal. When he was little, he would shyly wave to the crowd, but now he's growing more comfortable, showing signs that he's starting to grasp his role. His parents are careful to teach him at a pace suited to his age, hoping he will naturally grow into his duties over time. Despite being born into one of the world's most famous families, George has always been a reserved child. Unlike his parents or other royals, he rarely speaks publicly, but during a recent event, he broke his usual silence and said something that caught everyone off guard. His words were simple yet powerful, and people couldn't stop talking about them. Standing beside his parents at an event focused on environmental awareness, Prince George zeroed in on decades of wildlife conservation work dedicated by veteran environmentalists. He spoke about the importance of taking care of the earth. It was a simple message, but it carried huge weight coming from someone so young. For someone who usually stays out of the spotlight, Prince George's statement was completely unexpected. But what shocked people even more was the global reaction. Social media exploded with praise for the young royal, with people admiring his courage and sense of responsibility. His words reached people of all ages, inspiring many to think about their own role in protecting the environment. As the royal family reflects on his unexpected honesty, it's clear that George is growing into his role in his own unique way. Unlike his ancestors, who were trained to be silent and reserved, George's generation is more open and expressive. His father, Prince William, and grandfather King Charles, have both spoken out about causes they care about, including environmental protection. And it seems George is following in their footsteps, but with his own youthful perspective, though his statement may seem small, it shows that he is aware of the world around him. He understands that as a royal, he has a voice that people listen to, and even as a child, he is already considering what kind of leader he wants to be. The future king is showing that he cares about more than tradition. He is focused on real-world issues that affect people everywhere. Speaking of his parents, their reactions to his bold words were just as telling. Prince George's decision to speak publicly has intrigued royal watchers and drawn attention to his family, especially Prince William and Princess Catherine. As the eldest child and third in line to the British throne, George's life has been one of careful preparation, gradually exposing him to royal duties. At the same time, his parents have been mindful of giving him a grounded, balanced upbringing, ensuring he grows up confident, thoughtful, and ready for the challenges ahead. Prince William and Princess Catherine's approach to parenting has laid the groundwork for Prince George's newfound confidence in speaking publicly, hinting that he may one day embrace his royal duties with the same balanced perspective his parents display. William and Catherine have become symbols of a modernized monarchy, combining royal responsibilities with a relatable family-focused image. Prince William, the eldest son of King Charles Roman III and the late Princess Diana, was thrust into the public eye at a young age, experiencing both the advantages and pressures of royal life. His mother, Diana, had a lasting impact on him, determined to give her children experiences that balanced royal duties with ordinary life. She took William and his brother Harry to places like amusement parks and fast food restaurants, letting them see the world beyond palace walls. This approach helped William develop empathy and a desire to connect with ordinary people. William's education also shaped him into a well-rounded future leader. He attended Eton College, one of Britain's most prestigious schools, forming friendships outside the royal circle. Later, he studied at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland, where he met Catherine Middleton in 2001. Their relationship was kept private at first, allowing them to build a strong foundation before facing global scrutiny. William's career in the British Armed Forces further reflected his commitment to service. He trained at the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst, served as a search and rescue pilot, and later worked as an air ambulance pilot, experiences that shaped his discipline, responsibility, and dedication. Through this upbringing, William and Catherine have not only prepared themselves for royal duties, but have also set a model for raising their children, ensuring that George grows up grounded, confident, and ready for the unique challenges of the monarchy. Prince William's hands on approach to leadership, grounded in empathy and humility, has instilled in him a deep sense of duty and values, qualities he now seeks to pass on to his children, particularly Prince George, who will one day inherit the throne. Through watching his father, George has learned kindness, respect, and responsibility, understanding what it means to be both royal and relatable. But what about the lessons from his mother? Catherine Middleton, now the Princess of Wales, was born in Berkshire in 1982 and grew up in a non-royal family. Her parents, Michael and Carol Middleton, were self-made entrepreneurs who valued hard work, perseverance, and balance, lessons Catherine carried into her life as a royal. Known for her grace, adaptability, and warmth, she has become a bridge between the monarchy and the public, offering a fresh, relatable presence in the royal family. Catherine attended Marlborough College, an elite boarding school, and later St. Andrews University, where she met Prince William. Their relationship faced challenges, including a brief breakup in 2007, but they reunited later that year, eventually marrying in 2011. Their wedding vows for better, for worse, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death do us part, won the public's admiration and highlighted Catherine's grace and steadfast character, traits she now passes on to her children. Through both parents, Prince George is growing up surrounded by empathy, responsibility, and grounded values, learning what it means to carry the monarchy forward while remaining connected to the world around him. Under media pressure and the demands of her royal duties, Catherine has taken on numerous responsibilities as Princess of Wales, focusing on causes like early childhood development, mental health, and family well-being. She has used her platform to advocate for mental health awareness, emphasizing the importance of emotional strength and support systems. Her passion for child development and mental health aligns perfectly with her role as a mother, creating a nurturing environment for her children, especially Prince George, who is gradually becoming more involved in public duties. William and Catherine's marriage marked a step toward a more accessible and modern monarchy. Catherine, coming from a non-royal background, has adapted gracefully to her role. Together, they share responsibilities, raise awareness on important issues, and cultivate strong connections with the public, making the royal family feel approachable and relatable. Their unity and balanced approach have not only shaped their children, but also influenced the future of the monarchy itself. For Prince George, growing up as the eldest child of William and Catherine, comes with a unique blend of expectations and privileges. His parents have worked hard to protect him from overwhelming media attention, raising him in a relatively private, down-to-earth environment. That's why his recent choice to speak publicly surprised so many. It revealed a young royal growing into his own voice, shaped by thoughtful parenting and a supportive family. Prince George's growing confidence in public life likely reflects the values instilled by his parents from a young age. He has been gradually exposed to royal duties through official appearances and family gatherings, observing how his parents balance duty with personal growth. William and Catherine aim to ensure that George develops into a thoughtful leader with a genuine connection to the people he will one day serve. Their parenting style emphasizes personal responsibility, empathy, and integrity, qualities George is slowly absorbing. Prince William's approach to parenting draws heavily from his own experiences as a child. After losing his mother, Princess Diana, at a young age, he was determined to carry forward her legacy of kindness and compassion. Diana's influence on William was profound. She famously believed in raising him and Prince Harry with empathy toward others. That legacy continues today through William's dedication to mental health, advocacy, conservation, and support for veterans. By involving George in these activities, William hopes to foster responsibility and service-mindedness in his son from an early age. William has also shown courage in the face of challenges, and he hopes to pass that on to George. His career as a search and rescue pilot, and later as an air ambulance pilot, reflects a life of dedication and service, shaping both his values and how he raises his son. Watching his father actively serve the public, George may begin to see his future role as king as one of service rather than privilege. Catherine's influence on George is equally important. She brings a refreshing, relatable presence to the royal family, offering warmth and guidance that balances William's structured approach. Her journey from a non-royal background to Princess of Wales teaches George the value of adaptability, grace, and empathy, shaping him into a young royal who understands both duty and humanity. Prince George recently stepped into the spotlight to share his thoughts publicly, showing a level of maturity that few expected from someone his age. At the same time, other Cambridge children have been engaging with their own curiosities, questioning figures like Sir David Attenborough about his incredible career. Within this supportive and communicative family environment, Catherine nurtures her children's confidence and emotional well-being. Her warmth, patience, and guidance provide a model for George, teaching him how to navigate the pressures of public life while staying true to his values. The world's reaction to Prince George's statement was nothing short of explosive. His words on environmental issues sparked conversations around the globe, inspiring many who saw him as a hopeful young voice for the future. Social media erupted as environmentalists, celebrities, and public figures shared their admiration with activists like Greta Thunberg praising him. "It is inspiring to see young leaders stepping up," she wrote, emphasizing her approval of George's bold message. Politicians and world leaders also took notice, with some calling his statement a push for stronger climate action. For many, his words captured the growing frustration of young people who feel overlooked by today's leaders. Not everyone, however, embraced his stance. Critics questioned whether it was appropriate for a young royal to speak on such a significant topic, speculating that the statement might have been orchestrated by the royal family as part of an environmental agenda rather than reflecting George's personal view. Concerns also arose about the royal family stepping into public debates, given their historical commitment to political neutrality. Some warned that speaking out on divisive issues, even for a child, could alienate parts of the public. A royal historian noted, "The monarchy is meant to bring people together, not wade into divisive topics," highlighting the delicate balance the family must maintain. Despite the debate and criticism, one thing became clear. Prince George had captured the world's attention and was already demonstrating that he could use his voice with purpose, signaling a new era for the young royal. Prince George's words captured global attention, making headlines around the world. News outlets called him a royal revolutionary. Television panels analyzed his bold stance, and magazine covers highlighted his confidence and courage, showing admiration for his willingness to speak out at such a young age. His statement dominated the news for days, proving the influence he already holds. With this act, Prince George has set a new tone for the royal family's engagement in public conversations. His involvement in environmental issues suggests he could continue to shape public opinion and inspire change in the years to come. Although he is still young, George has shown he is willing to use his voice when it matters most, offering a glimpse of the kind of monarch he may become. His actions are already leaving a lasting mark, giving the world a preview of the leader he might one day be. Looking ahead, as George grows older, his understanding of his unique role will continue to evolve. His parents' careful and deliberate approach, gradually introducing him to royal duties while providing a secure, nurturing family environment, will help him embrace his future responsibilities with wisdom and maturity. The recent attention around his decision to speak out signals a new phase in his life, one where he may begin engaging more openly with the public. Much like his parents, the public's reaction reflects a keen interest in his development and the way William and Catherine are shaping him. With empathy, responsibility, and a grounded upbringing, George may grow into a future king who embodies the best of modern royalty. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep up with the latest royal news and updates on Prince George and the future of the monarchy.